This tutorial is going to show us how we can create a Word document and save it linked to a particular password. Now this is an ideal opportunity for those of us who have many different passwords or PIN numbers to actually put them in one document and secure that document with just one password. Now I've opened Microsoft Word. Again, this is version 2003, but it makes no difference if you have 2000. And just to lay it out a lot neater, I'm going to create a table format. So I'm going to click on Table, Insert a Table. Now I need to think about how many columns that I want, and I think for this particular exercise 4 would be fine. So I'm changing the 5 to 4 and say OK, and making it auto format at this stage, which means they were going to have 4 equal columns. So I'm going to head the top one as to be the program. I'm going to click on this one and say username, because many of the programs need a username as well as a password. And here I'm going to click on password. And this one I'm going to have either a secret question or the email address that I have used for them to prompt me if I've forgotten. And I'm going to keep this one as the security question. Fine, so let's have a look how we actually come and start this out. If I put into the first item there, Skype, and I say that my username is Smith78 and that my password is blonde girl, and that the security question is favourite food. So that gives me a little bit of a tip. I could in fact have another column there which is telling me what the answer to the question of favourite food is. I'm now going to press the Tab key, which will then create another line for me. In this one I could say Gmail. The username again would be my Gmail account. Going to ask me now, I'm tabbing to the next one, it's going to ask me for what the password is, and over here the security question, I'm going to say that it is going to be sent to they're going to send the prompt to me, boon@yahoo.com. So I can go along filling out, I mean I can use this for my bank accounts, I can use it for anything I wanted, but it's all of my secret information stored in one place. The most important part is now when I come to save it, I click on File, Save As, and give it a name. Again, I can keep it under my documents or I can keep it on my desktop, and I can put security passwords. So that's all of them. Now that's going to be quite evident as to what it is if somebody can open the document, but what we're going to do is to stop them being able to open it unless they know what the magic word is. So I'm going to now click on Tools and say the security options. Now here it gives me quite a lot, and it says the options for this document for the file encryption, and it's got a password to open. Now I can put a password in here that I'm always going to remember. And here I've got the file sharing options for this document. In fact, if I want to share it with somebody then and allow them to modify it. But the most important thing for me is actually to say that if I am sending it to someone else, that I'm going to put it as a read-only document, which means that they cannot change it. So here again I can have the same password if I like, or different. And that's going to protect the That's going to protect the document. I'm now going to say OK. Now I re-enter the password, which is going to allow it to be opened, and click OK, and re-enter the password to let it be modified. Again, you can use the same password or different ones. That's the most important password that you cannot forget. Click on Save. I'm now going to close this document. When I come to open it, or anyone comes to open it, and it will be under My Recent Items here, and it should be the security password here. Now enter the password to open the file, and I would enter the password, say OK, enter the password again, and say OK. Without those passwords, this particular document would not be opened and be visible to anyone. That's a very good way of saving your passwords all in one place. Transfer this document onto a memory stick, and you can then move it away from